Hi, and welcome to Module 22, ready to go on. And we'll start with number 1. Find the volume of each cylinder. Round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. Well, first, I'm going to give you the formula for the volume of a cylinder. So the volume of a cylinder is let's area of the base, pi times the radius squared times the height of the cylinder. So that would be 3.14 times the radius, which is 6 squared, times the height of this, which is 8. And that would be 3.14 times 36 times 8. And that is the end of what I know in my head. So I'm going to a calculator, and I have 3.14 times 36 times 8. And it's 904.32. And they say round to the nearest tenth. So that's going to be 904.3. And we're talking about volume, so that's cubic units, feet cubed. Next, we have a kind of juice. It has a radius of 4 inches and a height of 7 inches. I'm going to draw this out. So, can. Oh, what a gorgeous can that is. It has a radius of 4, so that has 4 and a height of 7. And I'm going to apply the same formula. I'll move this over here, and I have what volume is pi times the radius squared times the height. Pi will use 3.14. The radius is 4. Got to square that and multiply it all by 7. So that's 3.14 times 4 times 4 is 16 times 7. And once again, 3.14 times 16 times 7. 351.68. So it's 351.68, which we have to round to the nearest tenth. So it's 351.7. And that is what I'm going to put down in my answer. 351.7, and this is all in inches, and it's cubic. Okay, next. Number 3, round to the nearest tenth. We have to find the volume of these, so in the end I'm going to round to the tenth. And that formula is just like the cylinder. It's pi times the radius squared times the height, but in the end you have to divide by 3. And that should kind of make sense, because if this were a cylinder like this, that would be pi r squared times the height, but this is smaller than that. In fact, it's a third of it. So I will take pi 3.14 times the radius squared, which is 6 squared, times the height, which is 15, and in the end I'll divide it by 3. 3.14, 6 squared is 6 times 6, which is 36, and then you have to multiply by 15, and then divide by 3. As a quick tip here, I could see that this is 15 divided by 3. So I could make that 5. So it could be 3.14 times 36 times 5. Maybe I won't do that, though. But you could do it. It would still work. Anyway, I'm about to multiply 3.14 times 36 times 15. And I get 1695.6, and then divided by 3. And that is 565.2. So that's 565.2 cubic centimeters. Next, number 4. Volume of this one, same kind of thing. It's going to be volume is pi times the radius squared times the height of the cone divided by 3. That's 3.14. The radius is 12, so it's going to be 12 squared. And the height of this is 20, so times 20, but you have to divide by 3 in the end. And I'll try to simplify this as best I can. 12 times 12 I know is 144 times 20 and divide by 3. Okay, calculator time. I have 3.14 times 144 times 20, and that's 9,043.2, and then divide that by 3. And I get 3,014.4. And so the answer is 3,014.4. What is that? Cubic inches. Next, we have this one, number 5. Find the volume. I gotta erase some stuff here. All this has to get erased. Okay, so what we got, I'm going to do this in blue. So the volume of a sphere, round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so the volume of a sphere is 4 pi times the radius cubed divided by 3. So I take 4 times pi, 3.14, times the radius, which is 3. But I got to take 3 to the third power divided by 3. I know that 4 times 3.14 is 12.56. Times 3 to the third means 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27, divided by 3. And I could take 27 divided by 3, which is 9. 9 times 12.56. I won't, though. I could do 12.56 times 27 is 339.12 divided by 3, and I get 113.04. And they went to the nearest tenth. Well, this is the tenths place, and there's nothing there, so I could have 113.0 or just 113 cubic feet. I just had an idea here. I realized that just as I was doing this, it's going to be 4 times pi. Always 4 times pi. I know that. And it's always going to be 4 times 3.14. So what I think, I know that, I remember right here, 4 times 3.14 is 12.56. So maybe I can condense this a little bit. And I can say, since I know that the beginning part is always going to be 12.56, maybe I'll make this 12.56 times radius cubed divided by 3. I'll show you what that looks like. Erase some stuff. And what I have is, so I'm calling now volume 12.56 times the radius cubed divided by 3. So that means 12.56. It's bothering me a little bit. I want to move this over. I'm going to erase this. This is bothering me. That it's right on that part. I'd rather it be on black. So volume is 12.56 times radius cubed divided by 3. So it's 12.56. And the radius, what is the radius? Well, if the whole thing's 13, then the radius is half that, which is 6.5. So that's going to be times 6.5 to the third power. All divided by 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 6.5 to the third power. That's 6.5 times 6.5 times 6.5. And that is, well, to start, 12.56 times that 6.5 to the third power is 274.625. And then I take the whole thing and divide it by 3. So I'm taking that 274.625, I'm multiplying it by 12.56, and I get 3,449.29, and divide it all by 3. So divide that by 3, and I get 1,149.76. and they want it to round to the nearest tenth. So I have to look at that, and the 6 rounds that up to an 8. So that is about 1,149.8. And that is what I need, 1,149.8. And this is all in centimeters, so cubic centimeters. Okay. And finally, what measurements do you need to know to find the volume of a cylinder, cone, and sphere? Well, for a cylinder, what do you need to know? You need to know the radius and height. For a cone, you need to know the radius and height as well. And for the sphere, you need to know the radius. And that's about it. I'll separate these by semicolons. And that's it. That's all you got to know for this. I hope it's been helpful. Bye.